Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining this first breakfast call of the year. I know that in some countries it's not very common to say Happy New Year this late in January, but I'm going to do it anyways. Happy New Year. Another year of great opportunity and a lot of things that will happen with Azia this year. We're going to start today with our regional VP, Edouard Gug, to say a couple of words to you to start the new year. And I would also like to thank Cecil Henderson for joining. I don't think Cecil needs an introduction. Everyone in Europe knows Cecil, but I will explain later why she's on this call. But for now, I want to hand over to Edouard. And Edouard, first of all, thank you for joining this early morning.
Sure, thank you, Renda, and well, good morning to all of you. Thank you for joining. I also would like to wish everyone a very happy new year. 2022 is a great milestone here at ASEA in Europe because we are celebrating our 10-year anniversary. ASEA Europe opened in 2012, and this is a great milestone, 10 years, and I believe we should all be very proud of this. Going back to last year, 2021, I would like also to share with you that last year was the best year ever sales-wise for ASEA, and of course also for ASEA Europe. We reached 32.4 million in Europe, so this is a growth of almost 8%, 7.7% growth in 2021 compared to last year. We also had 14 new diamonds in Europe. I think this is a great achievement. So I would like to take this opportunity this morning to say thank you to all of you for your partnership and also, of course, for your trust. Talking about trust, I believe that the trust and the communication are the foundation for the success, but also that the lack of trust and the lack of communication are the foundation to failure. And I think we can all agree on one thing, is that the world is moving from a product-oriented economy into a place where personal experiences would change the business. And in the old world of network marketing, you might have heard Tyler talking about this already. In this old world marketing, only a simple product was sold. And over time, I believe that we have moved into a service-oriented economy where the entire customer experience is transformational. And of course, as a company, ASEA adapt to those changes, and also ASEA anticipate those changes. And as we move to the next slide, I would like to invite you to start off the new year with a lot of inspiration for your business. You will have the possibility to hear not only from our founder, Tyler Norton, but also from many executives here at ASEA. This will take place on our ASEA Global YouTube channel. So I invite you to save the date for the 1st of February at 8 p.m. Central European Time. This virtual kickoff will last around 45 minutes and will be translated into Mandarin, into Spanish, into French, and also into Hungarian. So do not miss this opportunity. We will talk about the brand and the messaging. We will talk about social media. We will talk about associate onboarding. We would like also to share with you some updates about technology with regards to the website, with regards to the enrollment flow. We also would like to share with you the roadshow we will do in March. We are partnering with many leaders who organize events the month of March, and it will be our pleasure to meet with many of you physically again. So we will share with you the dates and the location. As you know, 2022 is a very exciting year at ASEA because we will launch a new product. So we also want to give you some more information with regards to innovation. and with regards to the new product we will launch this year. And of course, last but not least, during this event on the 1st of February, we would like to share more information about the 2022 Global Convention. As you know, this will take place in Las Vegas in April this year. So please set the date, 1st of February, 8 p.m. And I would be very thankful if you also take this opportunity to communicate this date within your team. So remember, we translate into French, Spanish, Mandarin, and also Hungarian. Well, we are also beginning of the year. Usually beginning of the year is a very good time to set targets, to set objectives. For one simple reason is without vision, without target, there is no path. I think we can all agree on this. So I would like to take this opportunity with you this morning to encourage you to set your target for 2022. And one mistake we often do when we talk about target is to say that we want to improve this, we want to improve that, or we want our ASEA business to grow. But how concrete is this? How do we measure this? So I think that one of the key to success is to have concrete objectives, right? If we go more into detail, what is a concrete goal? A concrete goal should be attainable, realistic, measurable, actionable, and also impactful. But today, let's only focus on two criteria. Let's just keep two criteria in mind, and this is what you see in this slide. Let's focus on measurable targets, and let's focus on targets which are controllable and also adjustable. And this is exactly also what we do here on the corporate side internally. You know, we at the end of last year, we did sit together with the executive team, and we did set our target in Europe for 2022. So remember, we reached 32.4 million last year, and this year our target is to reach 35 million. So this is measurable, right? We all agree that when we talk about number, you can measure it. Controllable and adjustable, this is also very important. And again, to continue with our example from the corporate side, we break those targets down per country and also per week, right? You can control them and you can adjust them one week after the other. So now the next question is how to reach your targets. The first thing to do is to analyze your business. And we as corporates, we are here to help you doing this. The second step is to plan on how to grow your business. Then as a third step, you need to implement strategies with concrete activities. And concrete is a very important word here. And then last but not least, how to reach your target. You need to monitor your business, again, with measurable metrics on a very regular basis. So looking back again at the example from our side, on the corporate side, every week we are looking at targets. Every week we are looking into detail, country per country. Where are we? And those are things we can measure. This is very, very important. So when you set your target, just not say that you want to improve this or that, or you want to grow. This is not good enough for one simple reason. It's because you cannot measure it. So I would like to emphasize on this morning, and I believe that the beginning of a year is always a very good period to set targets. And as we move to the next slide, one key thing to focus on, I believe, is doing the right thing. And I would like to spend 1 minute on what we call effectiveness versus efficiency. Right? Again, effectiveness versus efficiency. Doing the right thing, this is what we call wisdom. This is what we call effectiveness. But doing things right is what we call efficiency. And when we make a mistake, doing the right thing and correct it, we become righter. And this is the reason why it is always better to do the right thing wrong than the wrong thing right. And I would like to explore this a bit deeper with you this morning. So what are the right thing? What do we call the right thing? This is very easy. The right things are important tasks versus unimportant tasks. Those are the wrong things. And the decision-making criteria to determine whether a task is important or not result from the goals you did set. Right? We are all limited by the time. A day has 24 hours for everyone. So your success will depend very much on your personal availability. And I think something many of you might have noticed is that we only take time for strategic activities when we are available, right? We are all very busy. So depending on your targets and depending on the development of your target, you will need to omit or reduce all tasks and take on additional new tasks. And only the right things are important tasks in terms of your target. So now the next question we need to ask ourselves, Rena, if you don't mind to click again, please. The next question is, what obstacle did you face to develop your ASEA activity in 2021? And how to close this gap? And if I only have one advice this morning for you, again, at the beginning of the year, is do not try to be perfect. I believe that perfection is the enemy of the good. And something I can encourage you to focus on is to develop your talent into a strength, to develop your competitive advantage, and only fix the weak points to a certain level, right? In other words, focus or concentrate on the bright spots. And I would like to take a very concrete example to talk about this. You might have heard those last 10 days a lot about tennis and Novak Djokovic in Australia. So let's take the example of a tennis player. Let's say I'm a tennis player. I have an average forehand. I have a below average backhand, but I'm a very good server. I'm a very good server when I play tennis. So the question is, what would make me progress the most? And what would help me to reach my goals? And I think as human beings, and again, no one is to blame here, I think this is a very natural behavior to tend to focus on all different areas. So coming back to my example of the tennis player, me as tennis player, my natural behavior would be to train on my weakness, my backhand, until it reaches a very good level. But this will take me a lot of time, and this will take me a lot of energy to focus on all areas with the same degree of importance. And I would be very efficient doing this, right? I would be very efficient to train, no doubt. I would train very hard to make it happen. I would train very hard to progress on my backhand. But will I be effective? The answer is no, because I will not tend to have a competitive advantage, right? In order to be effective, I should fix my weakness, I should fix my backhand until an acceptable average level. And I should better train on my service to develop my talent into a strength that would give me a competitive advantage. So I'm saying this to tell you to think in terms of being effective rather than efficient. And again, I'm not blaming anyone here. This is a very natural behavior we see to whether think about being efficient than being effective. But try to think the other way around. Try to take a moment after this call to zoom out, to look at what is your talent, right? Keep the tennis player example in mind. What is your talent? And develop this talent into a strength to build your ASEA activity, right? You might be a very good product expert thanks to your education. You might be a very convincing salesperson thanks to your experience. You might be great at creating tools, organizing events, etc., etc. So everyone has a talent. So think about what your talent is. And again, do not try to be perfect. Set your goals, look at what is available to achieve them. And when I say this, I mean, talk to your upline, talk to your diamond upline, look at your virtual office, talk to your key account managers, look at all the tools you have available to achieve your goals, right? Also think about what you need to continue. What did you do in 2020, 2021? What was successful? What do you need to continue? But also think about what you need to change. And I would like to encourage you to do this exercise in written. And I even would like to challenge you to write down your goals and also write down the steps you plan to do to achieve those goals. And I would like to encourage you to send me those goals via email. I will share my email address in the chat in a minute. But I really would like you to take some time after this call, write down your goals for 2022, write down the steps you plan to do and share them with us. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for your time. Render, I'm handing over back to you. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Edouard, for this. Well, let's call it a lesson on time management. And yeah, well, the concept of doing the right thing is something I after this 10 minutes that you talked about it, I think I have to let this sink in for a bit. It's a very interesting concept, and I think that especially when you're setting goals, we really have to think about on where do we spend our time on, because what you said, we have limited time available. Everyone has that. We tend to, let's say, remove some tasks that we don't want to do, even though they might be the right thing because we don't like to do them. But some reflection here is definitely needed also from my side. So thank you so much for sharing this. And yeah, also what Edouard said, use the tools available. He mentioned key account management managers. I'm one of those key account managers. So also, if you want to, of course, your upline and diamond upline are the first people to go to. But if you want an extra pair of eyes on your goals and to go over what Edouard just told us, are they measurable? Are they controllable? I'm also there to support. We will work on this from our side as well. So interesting concept, and I'm looking forward to work on this with not just internally but also externally. So let's see what we can do here. And thank you, Edouard. Well, then I want to start. Yes, this is me. I want to start with some upcoming changes. We already communicated this back in December, but because the dates are coming closer, I wanted to remind you of it and share a couple of words about this, starting with the Azia global pricing adjustments, which will be effective as of February 1st. But before I go into detail, I want to share some background regarding these price adjustments. And note that the last price adjustments we had was back in 2018. And since then, well, Edouard mentioned it, the world changed, a lot of things changed, and there are some factors in play that we have to take into account when we look at pricing. And two things that come to mind with me is most notably the increased cost of goods, freight and manufacturing, and also the global inflation. When we think about price adjustments as an organization, you of course also have to take into account the global health of the organization. Are we financially healthy? And we are, so don't worry about that, but sometimes an adjustment is needed. For this, you can already see it on the picture. There's a container ship or a container freight ship on the picture. And this is something that, especially last year, changed the entire global shipping world. Waiting times with shippings, there were not enough ships, and a heavy increase in price. If you look at the diagram that is on this slide as well, in gray, you see the shipping prices that we had to pay in 2019. Blue is 2020 and orange is 2021. So you can see that the money we spend on shipping has, for most of the warehouses that we run overseas, have doubled. And this is why we need to make adjustments to our pricing. The shipping rates are influenced directly by global supply chain trends and vendor pricing, and this is exactly what happened last year, because there were, with the changing economy to online shopping, retail, so many people are shipping products all over the world. That means that there is limited availability when it comes to container shippings, and we dealt with this as well. I don't want to emphasize on this, but we had some delays last year with shipping, which was mostly caused by this. There were other factors in play as well, but there is just in a global shipping environment, there's just not enough room right now to cover all the packages that need to be shipped around the world, and this has of course an effect on pricing. So there are a couple of things that will change, and starting with the Renew 28 Redox Gel. What we will do is we will change to a standardized single price tube. What this means is that we now have a price for a single tube, but we also have a price for a 2-pack or a 4-pack bundle. This will change because, and it will go to a single tube price. This means that the prices for Renew 28 will change slightly, and I'll give you an example for Europe later on, but it will be standardized based on the US price of $40. But this also means that we will increase the PV on the tube of Renew. Now it's 25, and we will increase it to 30 PV. We will also have the same price in every market based on that US price. And so how would that look for instance, Germany? And there are some differences within Europe based on VAT. And of course, there are some countries that do not use euros, and we have the local currency there. But in the how it is right now, a single tube of Renew with 25 PV in Germany costs 42.51. In the new system, so starting February 1st, the price of a tube of Renew will be 43 euros with 30 PV. So this is only a very minor change with an increase of price of 49 cents, but taking into account that you also get 30 PV instead of 25, I would say this is not a big thing. However, when it comes to the bigger packages where you want to buy 4 tubes of Renew, the price change is slightly more significant. However, take into account that you get more PV on this as well. So that's the price changes regarding Renew. And this is a global change. So this is in every market. We are going to this single price for Renew 28. And we will no longer offer discounts on bigger packages. This is also, that also has to do with our new, more customer-focused initiatives to make it more simple, to reduce the information we put on price lists. So it's just 1 tube of Renew. It's going to be 43 euros in Germany. If you order more, well, calculations are simple. And yeah, increase PV, which is good for yeah, of course, when you're building a business, when you get more PV on the Renew 28. Another thing that will change is pricing adjustments on shipping. Well, we mentioned the shipping rates and the increased cost for us as a company, and the fact that we haven't changed any prices since 2018. We are now making some changes to the shipping rates. For the heavy shipping rates, which means in case of Azia, the shipping rate will increase by €1.50 or an equivalent amount in the local currency. So the old price for shipping was €11.50 and the new price will be €13. On the other hand, the shipping rates for light shipping, for instance, if you order 2 tubes of Renew, will decrease by €3 or an equivalent amount in your local currency. So if you ordered 2 tubes of Renew before, you had to pay €7.50 shipping, but the new price will be €4.50. Again, this has to do with our more customer-oriented focus, also with the upcoming product launches, which include more light products. And typical customer behavior is to buy 1 or 2 products, maybe not go for 2 cases of Azia right away. To make this, let's say, more competitive, we are decreasing the light shipping costs for you. One other addition that I want to put in here is that all global markets are now using these flat rate shipping. I think Mexico was the last country that did not have this, and they had a shipping price per product. So if you would order 1 case of Azia, you pay $10, but if you would buy 2, you pay $20, etc. But we are pleased that we now have this flat rate shipping for all markets. Another very interesting and important change for us is the auto ships program that we have. Auto ships will now become subscriptions. The reason, of course, we are all very familiar with the term auto ship, but when you look at, let's say, the world in general, not Azia focused, the word subscriptions make more sense. And we understand, or everyone understands with a subscription what it means, right? If you want a subscription on a case of Azia, you will get that every month. So this is a change of name, but there are some other changes that are linked to that. These changes will be effective as of January 22nd. And again, part of this initiative is to create a broader customer appeal. The bigger change for you is that an auto ship, as it is now, is fixed on a specific date. For instance, if you have an auto ship every month on the 25th of the month, you know when this auto ship will be processed. With this change to the subscription program, we're not gonna run auto ships on a daily basis, but we're gonna do it once a week. So all auto ships, now called subscriptions, so all subscriptions will be processed on a Saturday. There are several reasons for this. And the most important reason is to make it simple for you to know where you are at the beginning of a commission week. We all know the commission week starts on Saturdays and they end on Fridays. And what we see here is that if you would run all auto ships on Saturday, you know exactly where you are. You know the auto ship volume that your team generated, and you know exactly what is your left volume, what is your right volume, and what do I need to do. So again, to what Edouard mentioned, setting a clear goal for the week. I want to be a bronze executive and I need my leisure leg volume to be 2,000. I have left is my stronger leg, right is my weaker leg. I have 1,400 points coming in through subscriptions. So I know exactly what I need to do to reach the volume requirements for bronze, which is 600 PV on that weaker leg. So you know what you and your team need to do in order to get there. When it comes to enrollments, when it comes to, of course, also on-demand orders, but mostly focused on enrollments. In addition to this, what we also see is that there's towards the end of the week, especially on Fridays, there's a lot of activity. When people only know Friday, let's say at the beginning of the morning where they are, it creates a bit of unrest, and not all, let's say, auto ships before now subscriptions are, when you look at the VO, are available right at the morning. Sometimes it's an hour later, and we don't want this. We want you to know exactly where you are. And hopefully this will help with this. There will be a notification in the virtual office. So you can see here below, if you log into your VO, you have all these icons here with your placing orders, enrolling people, some information about the associate support, but also notifications. Here you get notifications from Azia, and the subscription order shipping notification will be one of them. So if you want to see if your order ship or subscription, sorry, I still have to adjust to this name change as well. To see if it's processed, you can see this in the notification system as well. Another benefit of running all these auto ships on the Saturday is that maybe when there is a payment issue with an auto ship subscription, with a subscription, you have the entire week to correct this. What we do is we will run this subscription if the payment fills several days. So if it fills on Saturday, we will run it again on Sunday and on Monday, which gives you the time to make changes. Also, if you want to, for instance, when there's not enough money on your Azia account or a bank account that you have specifically for Azia, you still have the entire week to make sure that that payment is done. Another reason of what will also change is, so if it's run, the other ship is run every Saturday, we will also switch from monthly dates to run the subscription every 4 weeks. Again, focusing on stability and making sure that you know where you are. So if an auto ship subscription will run next week, you will also know that that same auto ship will run 4 weeks later. So there is a lot more stability in your business, and stability and consistency is very, very important when you're building your business. And I will give you some examples as well to show you what this means. By the way, the subscription calendar is available in the VO. It's linked to, or it's combined with the bonus calendar. So here you can see all these Saturdays are blue. These are the subscription dates when a subscription will be processed. And the yellow ones are the dates where we will pay out the executive momentum and diamond pool bonus. There's also a document available in the library that answered the frequently asked questions. So if you want to know more about this subscription change, you can look at that file as well. But an example. So for instance, you have a planned auto ship, which is now still called auto ship, as of next week is called subscription, planned for Wednesday, the 26th. This one will not run on Wednesday, but it will already run on Saturday, the 22nd. Your next subscription will not be February 26th, but will be 4 weeks later based on the Saturday, the 22nd. So this will mean that the next subscription order will be on February 19th, and then so on. If you look at this, so January the 22nd, then it's February 19th, 4 weeks later, March 19th, 4 weeks later, April 16th, etc. Again, I want you to think about this. This is to stabilize your business. If you look forward to the next 4 weeks of your auto ship, in this case, subscription volume coming in, you might see that this week it's 1,000. Next week it's 2,000. The week after it's also 2,000, and then again 2,000. You know that this week is relatively weak compared to all the others. So it might be a great idea to focus extra on enrollment in this week to make sure that the auto ship volume that you have coming in every single week is at the same level, hopefully an increasing level, but again, to create stability. Because I think it's very important that you have stability in your income, that not this week I earn nothing and next week I earn $400. It's better for everyone to have, yes, like the same amount of income every week, but increasing, of course. Again, if you have questions, associate support and also our sales back office know everything about these subscription changes. Please reach out to them if you have any additional questions, or reach out to me, of course, if you want some more information. Again, these subscription changes will be effective as of this Saturday. And yeah, this also means that there will be some changes to the VO reports that we have, more simplified. If you go to the dashboard in the VO, you can see your planned subscriptions. You can see when the next, what the volume is for the next week, but all these reports will be simplified. This subscription, it is a change for us right now, but in the end, it will be a simplification of the program that we have in place. And again, focusing on more customer-oriented business, simplicity. And simplicity is very important with everyone. As this is a new year, I want to reflect on last year as well, looking at recognition. If you can remember from last year, we did announce the specialty award winners on the first breakfast call of the year. And we will do this again today. But before we will do it, I want to talk about a Diamond Summit first. The qualification period for Diamond Summit started in September and will run until mid-March. And we are very pleased to announce that we already have qualifiers for our Diamond Summit. Of course, Cecil is on the call. She not just qualified for the Diamond Summit, but she already reached the first reward level. And the same is the case for Mijo Chakmatan. But we also have two associates from Europe that are qualified for the Diamond Summit and reach the second reward level right now, but they still have plenty of time to reach the first reward level. And these associates are Raidun Boon and Pal Eani Kriston from Hungary. So congratulations to you. Of course, very well done. I'm very jealous. I know Edouard, I see Edouard smiling because he knows he's going to the Dominican Republic, and I am not. But Cecil, congratulations. I know that you're very much looking forward to this trip, but very well done. I also want to mention Annette Jorfi and Zoltan Varnay here. They qualified for the legacy experience last year, and not just qualified for this, but they also reached the highest perks, which are based on incremental PGV3 in their organization. And by qualifying for this, it means that they are automatically invited to go to the Diamond Summit, but also to Ascent. This is, of course, great news for them. I also want to mention that once you qualify for the legacy experience, you cannot qualify for Ascent and Diamond Summit anymore. So it's great for Annette and Zoltan that they achieved these extra perks and can go to the Dominican Republic as well. I already mentioned it briefly. Ascent, great experience. I've been to Lapland on our previous, it's not Ascent, but it was a similar travel incentive based on PGV3. Wonderful experience. And our Ascent trip, I know what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a great trip. So I would want to recommend everyone to look into the qualification criteria again and make sure that you and many people from your team qualify for this trip. But I want to spend some time to congratulate these 5 associates. Philippe de Garrigues from France, Aurora Ray from Germany, Dr. Ariana Love from Finland, Anna Marcella Butter from Italy. I think I saw Anna on the call as well, so congratulations, Anna Marcella. And Beata Kotsma and Orban Angra from Hungary. because they have already qualified for Ascent, even though we still have until mid-March to qualify for this trip. As you can remember, we have different price levels when it comes to Ascent. So they still are very much in the running to increase their price level to get even more benefits than just the trip and accommodation, and pretty much everything is included. But for the higher price levels, you can get an upgrade for your hotel room, and you can get more travel reimbursements the higher level you reach. But congratulations to all 5 of these associates. It's great to see that we early January or mid-January, we already have our first qualifiers for this trip. And I want to mention that we, as a corporate team, we will continue to track this on a weekly basis. We will send out communications to people that are on track to qualify, but also we'll send some information to the people that are just slightly behind and still have a great chance to qualify for this Ascent trip. But then I would like to go, I want to mention that we do have another 35 associates that are on track. And also, let's say between, I would say around 20 associates that are just slightly behind, and with a little bit of teamwork, focused on, of course, new volume and building up your front lines. They can still qualify for this Ascent. So hopefully we will travel with a big group to Cyprus. But yeah, good luck with this. I love this incentive. I love the PGP requirements because it means it's your own effort, but also the team effort of the people that are close to you or in your personal organization. So yeah, let's hope for a very successful end to this qualification period. Then I'm going over to the specialty awards. First, by giving you some information. The specialty awards we have in the VO, you can see the specialty awards, or most of them, on a weekly basis. You can go to this report and see who's doing well when it comes to these 8 topics. The categories are top enrollers. I think this makes sense. The people that have the most enrollment. Fast forward achievers, so the ones that finished the most fast forward successfully. A category called emerging leaders. This is based on personal rank advancements in your organization. So you get points for the people that you sponsored personally when they rank advanced. For the category emerging leaders, we are looking at the ranks of director until platinum. You get, of course, more points for a new platinum in your organization than a director. Then when it comes to leadership development, we're looking at the higher ranks, and it works in the same way as the emerging leaders category, but you get points for personal rank advancements for the executive levels, so bronze and up. Then we have a category called top growth, which is growth based on income. So if in 2020, my total commissions were 10,000, and in 2021, it was 20,000, my growth based on income would be 10,000. So this is where we look at in this category. Top income, of course, a ranking based on income. Top Autoship All-Star is the category based on most personally sponsored autoships. So it means that Edouard sponsored me. I had 10 autoships last year. That means that Edouard will get 10 points for me. And the last one is top EMP earner. So the people that earned the most bonus in the executive momentum pool. So a lot of categories, but I think this is very, very important to reflect on last year and to recognize the people for their extraordinary work that they did. Of course, when we have our recognition Facebook page, where we do this on a weekly basis, and for some categories on a monthly basis. But I think looking at a full year, is even more important because it shows consistency. It shows that you are not just focusing on, let's say, enrollment 1 week, but you do it consistently throughout the year. And so let's start with the first category, the top enroller of the year. So please help me congratulate the following associates. Aurora Ray from Germany, Mike Hertz from Spain, Galia Bektemir from Hungary, Eva Shigeti from Romania, and Nemet Ruldovne, also from Hungary. So these are our top 5 enrollers of the year. So to all of you, thank you so much for everything you're doing, and congratulations on this recognition, because this is a big thing. The second category is the fast forward achievers. And well, this is of course directly linked to the to enrollment. So we will probably see some of the names that are top enroller also on the fast forward achievers, but not in all cases. The fast forward is of course a tool you can use. It's a promotion that sets a clear goal for yourself. Right? You have 2 weeks time to enroll 4 or more people with 800 promo points, which usually comes down to 800 PV, but it depends on, if you sign up associates or customers, preferred customers in this case. But you can see that some people that might not be on the top enroller of the year are part of the top fast forward achievers, because they are using this tool a lot. Every time they have a new enrollment, they start a fast forward and they set a goal for themselves to get 4 new people on board in the next 2 weeks. But as mentioned, 3 of them were top enroller, but are also on the top fast forward achievers list. Again, Galia Bektemir from Hungary, Aurora Ray from Germany, and Mike Hertz from Spain are on this list as well. And in addition to that, we have Sylvia Chivor and Zuzha Pap that are also fast forward achievers. What I want to mention with fast forward, we see a lot more people using this tool. We see a big increase compared to 2020 when it comes to successful fast forwards, which is absolutely amazing. I'm a big fan of this program or promotion, whatever you want to call it, for especially the reasons that Edouard mentioned before, and also what I just mentioned. It's a clear goal, right? It's measurable. You know exactly what you need to do in 2 weeks. And once you do it, you get rewarded with extra LRP and samples, LRP that you can use, of course, to buy products, samples that you can use for yourself, but also samples are great to give away to prospects. We also see that a lot of people are using these samples to attract more people to their business. Then the next category is the emerging leaders, and there are some well-known names on this list, with Zoltan and Annette as the top emerging leaders, which means that they earned the most points when it comes to personal rank advancements. So not personal themselves, but people they sponsored personally and the new ranks that they achieved. Li Chulan, our triple diamond from Germany, is number 2. And then Cecil, congratulations for being number 3 on this list. And then Yihong Wang from Switzerland, number 4, and Kuifu Zhang Hong Chang, also from Austria, as number 5 emerging leaders. So congratulations. This is what network marketing is all about. It's about building people. It's about creating new leaders. So I'm really pleased that we spent some time to recognize these achievements over a full year, which is important. And then the next category, same thing as emerging leaders, but now focusing on the higher ranks. So focusing on bronze, executive, and up, where you can get points from. Again, Annette and Zoltan is number 1. Lu Jing from France is number 2. And Cecil, again, 3rd place. Congratulations. And Li Chulan, again, on this list. And Yihong Wang as well. So fantastic. Not only focusing on having rank advancement, personal rank advancement for the lower ranks, but also for the higher ranks. So congratulations. And again, leadership development is what this business is about. It's I know from many leaders that I talk to, the biggest accomplishment that they mentioned when I asked what was the biggest success of last year, they not talk about themselves. They're talking about people that developed in their team. That they are so pleased to say, I now have my first platinum executive in my team, or I have a new diamond in my team that worked so hard the entire year to reach this. And this is, well, let's say the highlight of my year. Even though they might have rank advanced to a higher level themselves, they point this out. And I love this about this business, that it's all about developing people. Then top growth. So again, what I mentioned, this is about income. So who earned the most more compared to the year before? And Zoltan and Annette, of course, they rank advanced all the way up to double diamond ambassador, and their growth was the highest. And close second, I will not share the details here, is Cecil Henderson. Of course, she's a direct upline of Zoltan, and if you see the other names on this list, Orshi and Tibor Ushovari from Ireland, Pal and Ani Kriston from Hungary, and Janos and Livia Pirici from Switzerland. These are all part of Cecil and Zoltan's team. So what has happened in this team is absolutely amazing. The group size of this team has exploded, and you can see the results here as well. So Zoltan, Annette, Cecil, Espen, Orshi, Tibor, Palen, Ani, and Janos and Livia, congratulations on this wonderful achievement, and of course also financial success last year. Then we go over to top income earner, and there's of course a reason why we have Cecil on the call. She was our top income earner of the last year, but in addition to that, she also showed up on the emerging leader and leadership development recognition slide. This is why we wanted her to be on the call. Cecil, you just have to wait a bit longer. I still have 2 categories to go. But congratulations, of course, a huge accomplishment to be our top earner. Number 2, Annette and Zoltan. Reinung Bohn, our ambassador diamond from Sweden, is our number 3. Then we have Palen Ani, Kriston, who are new to this list, are now our number 4. Of course, they rank advanced to triple diamond executive. They have a very stable and growing business. So very pleased to see them on this list as well. And then number 5 is Michou Chapmaton from France, still doing a fantastic job in mostly France, but also in Switzerland and Spain, still building a great business, and a very hardworking lady. So very pleased with this top 5 of top income earners. Congratulations to everyone. Top auto ship all-star, we have Aurora Ray as number 1. Aurora, congratulations. This is an extraordinary accomplishment, because this is focusing on all the enrollments of people that's sponsored personally by you. You get points for it, like I mentioned before. And Aurora is new to the business. So she was top enroller of the year, but she also signed up a lot of people with AutoShip that stayed on AutoShip, and she's our number 1. With Zoltan and Annette was number 2. Reinung Bohn with a lot of very loyal customers and associates as number 3, and the same is the case for Ingmarie and Per Hangstrom, also from Sweden, with very loyal customers that have been with us. Well, probably since we started 10 years ago, So congratulations, this is well deserved. And Pal and Ani as number 5 on the list. So congratulations. We all know that auto ships are crucially important to our business. It's it's generating most of the income and revenue for Azia. So to be on this list, you have to do something extraordinary. So congratulations to all of you. And the last one, last category is the top EMP earners. Executive Momentum Pool, just really short, you can open up executive momentum pools when you qualify bronze 2 consecutive weeks. This is opening up the bronze pool. Once this pool opens, you have a certain amount of weeks to profit from it, but the time starts ticking. So for bronze, you have 12 weeks to profit from this. And then we also have a silver, gold, and a platinum pool. And you can earn shares based on your qualification level or paid at rank level and your personal group volume. And based on this, we pay out EMP bonus. And our top EMP earners are Archie and Tibor from Ireland, Pal and Ani Kiston from Hungary, Martin Suki from Czechia, Mrs. Yu or Maihua Yu from Portugal, and Janos and Livia Perici from Switzerland. So congratulations. I think the people that have been on this breakfast call more often know that I'm a huge fan of the executive momentum pool because it's a rewarding consistency. And so if you are, let's say, close to reaching the rank of bronze, definitely discuss this with your upline and your diamond upline to see what you need to do to profit from this executive momentum pool in the best way, because it's highly profitable and it can change your life, right? It can generate so much income for you if you are consistent. So please, if you're close to this, maybe use this, set this as a target for this year. Concrete, measurable goals. Say that you want to be a consistent EMP earner throughout the year, that you want to be on this list as top EMP earner during the specialty award next year. Think about it. Then Cecil, I would like to hand over to you. Well, I mentioned it, you are on this list as top income earner, but also when it comes to developing people, you are on the emerging leaders as well as the leadership development list, which is fantastic. This means that you are building people, and congratulations again. And I would like to hand over to you. So please share some words with me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I just love people, and I love to see them grow and see them get what they are looking for. So I have to be honest, I'm very humbled. I'm very grateful for being able to work with so many different people in all levels of life, so to speak. And I think it's extra rewarding to see how newcomers can jump into this, and if they treat this as a business and go for the next step and the next step and the next step, they can surpass me. So for me, it's a great pleasure to see that Sultan and Mehmet, they didn't only surpass me, but they really did it big time by achieving double ambassador diamond last year. And I would really love for more people in my team to really understand how they should treat this as a business. Because if we were in a normal job, we would, of course, if there was a new position in that workplace, we probably would all reach for that. But in our system, we all have this next level available for us. So I really hope that more people will dive into what they need to do in order to take the next step. And you were talking about competitive advantage, Edouard. I really think we are still really in the forefront of everything, and people are looking for what we have. So yeah, what can I say? I'm just very happy, and I'm doing my thing. And I never give up on people, but I don't wait for people too long. I keep on putting new people into the team, and then I circle back with the old ones and see if the situation might have changed and they want to do something more. So yeah, I don't know really what to say. I'm just very, very happy about the situation and how things are going despite the situation globally. And we see that people are thriving and growing all over the world, and that's what we want, isn't it? One person at a time.
Definitely, you're absolutely right. Thank you so much for sharing, Cecil. I think, I wanna say a couple of words to you. I think that when you're in this business for 5, 6, 7 years,
6 years.
6 years,
67.
exactly. You are a top income earner in Europe, we're not talking amounts, but if you see someone like Zoltan who's reaching double ambassador as being number 2, the fact that you stay motivated like this to keep pushing, to keep help people develop, showing up on leader development and emerging leaders list as well. I think it's extraordinary. I want to thank you for everything you're doing for Azia. You are a great example. So thank you so much for joining on this breakfast call. And please continue what you have been doing. And
I think I've had it in my blood now. I cannot stop. It's contagious. I don't know. I just love this. It's the best job I could ever have, and the reward are even out of my expectations. I never would have dreamt about something like this. So, I mean, what kind of better situation can you get? Helping people with their well-being or their finances, or most likely both, and then in the same time getting really, really rewarded yourself. It's absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We're running out of time, but I'm sorry for that. I was a bit longer than I expected, but I still have one slide to share with you. Let me share that right now. And it's about this breakfast call, because today is actually the last breakfast call. However, don't be afraid that we will not do any calls. We had a lot of discussions internally, and also with the focus group, and also with some people from the UK and Ireland that said this call is way too early. Can we do it on a different timing? And this is exactly what we're going to do. We are going to, discontinue the breakfast call, but we will do a new monthly call. It will follow the same rhythm, but with a different timing. So it will still be, and we will call this the Azia Europe Power Up Call, because you cannot do a breakfast call at 5 p.m. in the afternoon, or it's going to be a very, very late breakfast. To be honest, I think a couple of times in my life I did have breakfast at 5 p.m. But let's not call it a breakfast call. So we're going to move to a call every third Wednesday of the month at 5 p.m., which will be called the Azia Europe Power Up Call. So hopefully you will join this call as well. Of course, we will send some information and see if we can keep the same link. Hopefully we can, so that not a lot changes except from the timing. So thank you so much for joining, and hope to see you. Of course, tune in live February 1st at 8 p.m. for our kick of the year call, and then again in the third Wednesday of February for the not breakfast but Azia Europe Power Up Call. Thank you so much for joining. Cecil, thanks again for sharing a couple of words with us, and Edouard, also thank you very much for sharing this very interesting concept of effectiveness versus efficiency, time management, and goal setting. Very, very important. So a lot of things for me, and probably also from people on the call, to think about. Thank you very much for sharing this on a Wednesday morning. Goodbye, everyone, and see you next month.